It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Prescott on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. Randall Cobb, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
On third down, it's Prescott. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. A first down throw for Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down. So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys! Michael Gallup, 42 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 24. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Well, Raheem Mostert, he was great in that NFC title game, 220 yards. But Super Bowl, 58 yards on 12 carries, though. He did score the touchdown in the 3rd quarter to put the Niners up 20-10.
And think about the journey of Raheem Mostert and what he's traveled. That he has a 220-yard game, 4 touchdowns in the NFC title game that you just mentioned. But only getting 12 carries in the Super Bowl, I don't think in his wildest dreams he would have thought, I only got 12 carries in a Super Bowl. That tells you how valuable he became and what people will focus on. And don't forget Tevin Coleman, the great comeback from the dislocated shoulder against Green Bay in the title game. 5 carries, 28 yards in the Super Bowl. Came back to start that game. Showed a great amount of toughness. But they didn't run it nearly as much as we expected. And they ended up with the result that maybe was unexpected, too. A loss in the Super Bowl.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Well, that's complete to Sanders. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Mostert, and able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Mostert, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
25 yards that time.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the Cowboys' 9-yard line.
Here we go.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Now Mostert. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. This is Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. An 8-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Looking to throw. Prescott. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27. From the red zone now, Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he's brought down Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Here we go.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
I felt like most of the predictions I saw had the game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected. But a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco? Had the lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds Coleman. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a handoff looking right. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I enjoyed watching Robert Quinn in pregame warm-ups with you down on the field. Did it surprise you how tall and angular he is? You wouldn't think he'd be able to play against the run that well, would you?
But he can, and he showed it right there, didn't he?
That's that wrestling background he has. He understands leverage as well as anyone in the game. A big-time wrestler in high school. He didn't lose very often.
3-time heavyweight state champ in South Carolina.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Here we go.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Garoppolo. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Garoppolo now. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Check. He's checking. Crash.
80 weapon.
55. Check, 55. Mike. Coming.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He wants it all for the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you've got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
At the 34-yard line.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run, 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level in the secondary, the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook. Go play action. Toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 17-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now Forbath for the extra point. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
49ers 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here we go,
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
Pass complete here to Sanders. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. And he'll give it here to his running back. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Now on 2nd and 13, Garoppolo. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them. This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. His end zone, Prescott, and that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it into his receiver, Cooper, but it's going to be 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, you just allow them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they picked that one off.
Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Gold to add the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead he does go down to a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14 all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Prescott. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and now it's 3rd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Prescott from the gun on 3rd. He finds Randall Cobb on the completion. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. A 1st down carry by Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Tight go, tight go, tight go. Check, 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 check.
They go to Elliott again, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Now Prescott. Looks to throw, fires right side, and that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Prescott to throw on 4th. And he comes back with one complete. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. On 1st down, it's Elliott. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Rush in, rush in, rush in. Check, 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 check.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On third down, Elliott. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a first down if they just get a yard out of this on fourth and very short. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So here now is Kai Forbath with the pressure on. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you